This is Hit Bull Win Podcast,
the official podcast of the Durham Bulls,
part of the Capital Broadcasting Podcast Network. What's up? It's another episode of Hit Bull Win Podcast. This one's a little different, Scotty.
It's a hot one.
Okay, Rob Thomas.
Yeah.
It's a hot one. I don't think we got the rights to that song, but
Big Rob Thomas guy.
maybe we do. Yeah, we're doing this on video too, so you can watch me get a sunburn in real time.
We have faces for radio.
Yeah. Bad case of the radio face, baby.
That's correct.
Yeah. You're probably wondering who we are. I am video and digital production manager Patrick Playball Norwood.
Digital Playball
Norwood. I'm joined by our assistant general manager, operations, Scott Swing and a Miss Strickland.
Swing and a miss. Only on Sundays.
This is Hit Bull One Podcast, the greatest minor league baseball podcast in all of the land. Thank you for joining us. If you're a long-time listener, if you're new, boy, do we have a doozy.
We got a doozy right out of the gates for you. Somebody that we've been trying to hunt
down for weeks, months even.
Years,
someone might say, is finally joining the podcast today. And had he not just been here doing it, and we're doing this intro after that interview, I would not have believed it.
That was his chair.
He touched that mic, and I'm 6 feet away. Major League Baseball.
Yep.
6 feet. Scott, you're still in the bubble. That's why you're a little over 6 feet away.
Yep.
How is the bubble life going?
Bubblicious.
Yeah, we're still going with the Beyonce
wanting
thing.
to go with that for a while.
That's a good theme.
It's been great. Our team's
real good.
Done well with the vaccinations. As has been publicly reported, there's different restrictions that teams who are under 85% vaccination levels have to follow versus teams that are 85 and above.
Sure.
And our team is at that above level there, and some fewer restrictions that have, I think, have allowed them to kind of relax and just play baseball a little bit more. You hear all these, like the college baseball teams that have exited so far.
Sure.
You hear the NBA teams, NFL teams. Especially in baseball, it's a grind by itself, right? A normal year.
Absolutely.
And all the hurdles and additional restrictions and showing up later and yada, 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 and space out in the clubhouse, that doesn't do anything to help guys perform better.
Yeah.
And teams win. And so it's the mentally strong teams that take it day by day, that get through it, and this team has done that, and they're playing even better now that they have some fewer restrictions in the bubble. And I think our fans have had a lot of fun with this so far. Yeah,
for sure. Front office is doing pretty well. 23 games is tough.
Yeah, so we're 40% through our home schedule already.
Yeah.
I can't speak for y'all's world, but on the operations side, that can get kind of frustrating, where you know that if you identify a problem or a part breaks, for example, and if you don't get it fixed soon, well, we've already played half our season.
Right.
And that's interesting. We fought rain this past homestand for basically every day.
Fought is a good word for it, too.
Yeah. I think it was like 8 inches of rain this homestand.
It's a lot.
And so we kind of jumped in the grind with the team as well, and they head out tomorrow for a 2-week road trip.
Yeah, sure. And that's going to be – people are like, oh, that's time off. No.
Nope.
No, it is not.
It's time to get better and time to –
It's 9 to 5.
To do other things.
Yeah. I think you're talking ops side. I'll go creative side. Creatively, it's tough because you get like 16, 17 games in, and you're like, oh, I'm just shooting the same thing over and over again, just editing the same video over and over again.
Win after win after win.
And then you've got one shot that you get, fires you up the rest of the week. It's like golf. You go out in golf, and they always say, like, your second to last shot or your last shot's the thing that gets you back at the course. That's exactly how there was a couple of games where I was like, I didn't do anything. I sucked today. Yeah. I was just not good. But then, into the game, there was one night, it was supposed to rain really hard. We hit a walk-off. The walk-off is the only video I got that night. But I got that.
But that's all that matters.
That's all that matters. That's the only one people care about. The other things people care about, Brent Honeywell Jr. That's right. Going to be on the podcast coming up here in just a minute. Stay tuned. So if you've listened to Hit Bull Win Podcast, you know that Scott and I have always wanted to do two things. The first is do a live stream during a game. Do a live podcast on like Twitch or Discord or something. The second, interview Brent Honeywell Jr., who's now here, Mississippi waterfall and all. How you doing, man?
I'm good, man. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, for sure. So the way I see this is anybody can Google about you and find out everything about your baseball career. So we're not going to touch on that too much. I do have some questions, but not too many. I want to get to know the person, Brent Honeywell. Scott already knows you. I don't know you. As I just told you, my first day at the Bulls was the day that they announced he was having Tommy John surgery. And as upset as I was, I can imagine you're a little bit more upset. So
it was whatever. The first one was whatever.
Yeah.
Happens.
Right. Things happen.
Yeah.
Yeah. So let's talk about, I guess, that day and kind of your journey to right now.
Well,
Mic up to your face.
One of the craziest parts about it was Archer was still there at the time.
Shout out.
And
He could be listening.
Probably is. We reach thousands.
Right.
And he was watching me throw. And I told him when it happened, I was like, yeah, something just went wrong. And he was like, you good? I'm like, I don't know. Throw another one. Threw another one. Then we get rid of him. I still haven't pitched. And then we get him back. I still haven't pitched. And then in spring, he finally gets to see me throw again, which I thought was pretty cool.
Yeah.
But,
Full circle.
Nice way to book
yeah,
into that.
yeah, full circle. But no, man, I'm happy to be back, man. I'm happy to be back. I'm happy to be here. I'm happy to be doing this podcast.
You like Durham.
I love Durham.
So everybody told me, like, no, he, like, actually likes Durham.
I like Durham.
Yeah, good. What do you like about it? What is it about Durham specifically?
I think the fan base is the number one thing. They bring it. They bring it every night. They know their players. They get personal with their players, which I think is a cool thing. I mean, we're here to play baseball.
Yeah.
You know,
I'm here to shoot baseball. So
right,
I understand. Right. Right.
So it's. I mean, we can't do it without them. Like,
yeah.
No fans during COVID. That sucked.
Yeah. It's quiet.
Like, it takes away a part of the game that some people can handle and some people can't. Like, it's a little bit of strategy to me. But Scott's my dog.
I know.
You're my dog.
You got a lot of dogs.
I do got a lot of dogs.
You got a lot of
dogs.
I got
a pound of dogs.
We ain't no
Maybe.
puppies.
Dogs. No,
would be
not here.
Appropriate. No puppies.
No.
This is reminding me of the Coastal Carolina. We don't need more cats. We need more dogs.
That's
dogs.
I was going with Jameis Winston.
Yeah. Yep.
Listener
we're
of
bubble
Pitbull
mates.
Podcast.
Yeah.
Right, we're bubble mates. And talking about the fans for a few more seconds there, I think it's been really, really cool to see y'all's reactions on the uptick of our fan quantities as the season has progressed.
Sure.
Like, it's an actual question when y'all come out of the dugout. Hey, how many we got tonight?
Yeah.
And then there have been a few nights that have been elevated. Like this past Saturday night, this place was rocking.
Hell yeah.
Granny, y'all put on a show, a honey show. It was a honey day.
It was a honey day.
It was a honey day.
It did a little different coming out of the pen.
Yeah, a little different coming out of the pen. But we got to hear. Let's talk about your walk-up for a second. That's pretty cool.
First time I've changed it since senior year of high school.
Which is
You used to be Johnny Cash, right?
No,
No?
Iron Man.
Of course.
That would have been my three guesses.
Yeah.
AC/DC,
Yeah, Johnny
Iron
Cash.
Man, and Johnny Cash,
That's good.
Man in Black.
What inspired the change?
I don't know. I mean,
Just New Year, New You?
They bring it. I feel like that would be a good
Yeah.
song to play, especially if it's like the.
There you go.
Sorry.
You got it. It's your first time. We understand.
Especially like if I was coming out in the 7th or 8th or whatever's going on whenever
Yeah.
they need me. Like, who knows? Brady does what he's gonna do.
So, like, Mike Tyson used to just, I've read his book, one of his books, and he talks about how he used to just play, like, chains, like sound effects.
Yeah.
It's like right when walk-up music was getting to be a big thing when guys were going to the ring, he just started playing, like, chains and death bells. I think we should just switch you to that. Just let people know it's not going to go well.
It's not going to go well.
As soon as you come out of the pen, they're going to be like, oh, it's bad. It's really bad.
Hey, I want
AC/DC.
Yeah,
I'm solid.
that's good.
I think fans would enjoy, again, kind of what Patrick was talking about. You know, they can Google the baseball Brent Honeywell. Let's talk about the night we met.
All right.
All right.
This is intimate.
Yeah,
I
this
like
is intimate. I walk out one night, and there's just a random guy, from my perspective. There's a random guy. It looks like he's trying to break into a vehicle, a truck, out here on the side of the ballpark. Well, it turns out it wasn't a random guy. it was you.
It was also my truck.
It was also your truck.
Sure.
That is important.
That's a good point.
That
to
is
mention.
important. It wasn't a random guy, and it wasn't just breaking into a truck. However, it was breaking into a truck, but it happened to be your truck. Brent managed to. I mean, like, there's a few things you've accomplished in life that I think only you can accomplish.
Right.
For example, you hadn't moved in yet, and so you had your golf bag on. We got to use the right term here. On your driver's seat. And you parked at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, 1 o'clock in the afternoon, whatever.
Yes.
And over the course of the day, the bag slid out of on your.
Well, first off, I showed up here at 12:30 because I was stoked.
That's correct. You're stoked to be in Durham. So yeah, there was a lot of
did that
additional
at
hours.
12:30.
Right.
Didn't go back there until
11:30, 12.
midnight.
Right. So that's a cool thing. We can't really do it this year, but Brent, Archer put it best in my opinion, where he said your heart is a baseball. So Rays West Coast, well, what are you going to do post game? You're going to sit in the clubhouse and you're going to watch the game.
Yeah.
Now you walk around with your little fancy iPad all over the place.
It's just a bigger screen so I can watch now.
Okay. So it was pretty late, but the bag had slid to the floorboard at some point during the day, and then gradually slid forward onto the brake pedal.
Yeah.
Heavy enough to push said brake pedal, thus illuminating your brake lights. And at least at the time, we might be giving away some secrets here.
12:30.
Right. Right. You're a lock your keys in your car kind of guy like I am.
Yeah.
Which therefore meant brake pedal killed your battery, and you didn't have your keys.
And also.
This is day one?
This was.
Yeah, this is day one.
Yeah.
Then we went over.
That's a strong start.
Well,
we went through some cornhole.
We did throw some cornhole.
Tyler's, right?
Yeah, yeah.
R.I.P. Tyler's, yeah.
R.I.P.
But
Tyler's.
screwdrivers, fishing line.
Everything we could possibly try and figure out.
Right. We tried to get in that truck, including a local neighbor that walked by,
Community
offering
member.
his assistance.
Sure. How'd that go? Did we
ended up-
take up
We
the
ended
offer?
up having the tow truck
Tow
company.
truck.
Lee's
Okay.
Towing, shout out, our partner.
Yeah, sure.
Came out and helped us out.
Sponsor the
So,
podcast, maybe?
Yeah. That was our introduction to one another.
That's strong.
Then we had a fun time.
Yeah. The rest of the year went pretty well.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah.
Talk about your lightning strike to your vehicle.
Oh, God. Same truck. Poor guy. So, let's see. How do I start this
Right.
without giving away all information?
That's
I think
correct.
Scott just did.
Well, you
I traveled home.
You chose to travel home as an individual.
I traveled home, and so I drove. We had a series in Gwinnett,
Yeah.
and so I traveled home for 4 days and then met him in Gwinnett. 4, not 5.
Sure.
4 days.
No,
4.
yeah. You're not an animal.
Right.
Not taking a full week off.
So I'm on my way back, and we had, good thing Johnny Venters was with us at the time because that's who scooped me up. But
Shout out.
dude, I was driving down I-85, and all of a sudden the bottom fell out, and wham! The brightest light I've ever been a part of before in my life. I'm talking about drilled my truck, dude.
Yeah.
Lightning strike, drilled my truck.
Yeah.
Everything shut down except the engine. I had no power steering. I had no nothing.
I think other than that, I would be more frustrated I didn't get superpowers after that. Like, if you're going to tell me that I'm struck by lightning,
Oh, dude,
I better get something on the back end.
it was so confusing. So, I get pulled over. Not pulled over, but I get to where I can pull
Sure.
over. Underneath the bypass, and it's like raining dogs and cats.
Yeah.
And there's the drain in the bypass.
Yeah.
Is just spitting out water at a rate of has to be the Hoover Dam. And I'm getting absolutely soaked.
Yeah.
And I'm trying I don't know what I'm trying to
Is
figure
the truck
out.
on fire at this point?
No, my batteries were all melted
Fried.
and stuff.
Sure.
Fried. So I was like, I don't really know what to do. So if I turn it off, there's no way I'm going to get it back on.
No.
So I turn it off, don't get it back on, and it's like 11, and I've been sitting there for 2 hours. So I called AAA, and I've been waiting for 2.5 hours, and I'm like, dude, AAA, what is going on? I told him I was in the wrong state. Total accident. I told him the right mile marker and everything. I just told him I was in the wrong state, and they had no idea where I was at.
What state did you tell them?
I told them I was in North Carolina already, but I wasn't even close.
Were you in Georgia?
So South Carolina.
Okay, at least we're only one off.
Yeah, I was one off.
Just a direction.
Just keep driving. You'll hit me eventually.
Yeah, so Johnny Vendor scooped me up on the way.
Was that the death of the truck? Was the truck done for after that?
Yep, put it on the flatbed and traded it in.
Night. What's the new truck? I assume you have another truck.
Yeah, I just didn't drive it up.
Okay.
You just added a 100
All right.
to it.
Sure. That's almost like my 2011 Hyundai Sonata. Shout out Hyundai. Sport Durst.
Sport Durst. They sponsor us. Not us, but
I went over there. I looked at a 4-wheeler over at Sport Durst once.
Yeah. I think you need a 4-wheeler. I think we should get the truck back and put it out in the outfield. It's like a museum.
Do you already have a 4-wheeler? I feel like you would already have a plethora of smaller vehicles.
Some boats.
A fleet?
Armada.
You could say that.
You could say that.
One's a tri-tune.
Okay.
It's the Honey Armada. That's what it is.
So, all right. So along those lines, I mean, we already know what you do on off days. You hang out with us.
Yeah.
But off season, what do you do?
Well, it's going to be a new thing this year.
Right.
Just like playing.
Yep.
I like to fish and hunt. Hang out.
Do you like moving the mic closer to your mouth, or?
Gosh.
Next time we'll get you a little clip on.
No, that's good.
There we go.
That's perfect. It's like another chain.
Yep. Got it.
Who's the best personality in the clubhouse right now?
Other than you.
Dude, I'll tell you what. This is the coolest team I've ever been a part of.
Yeah.
And that's what makes all of us. That's what makes it good. Everybody has their own personality, and we're all cool with each other. It's like, there is no
stress.
Not at all.
Nothing.
Like, we show up every day knowing we're gonna win. Sometimes it doesn't turn out that way, but we just show up knowing what we're gonna do. We know how to handle business, but I'd say Z.
Yeah.
Z's got a good personality.
Good. How's he doing?
He's doing good.
Yeah.
He's getting better. Sully. He's got a good personality. Wander, Bruhan, it's just like everybody. It's just like a whole
It's a party.
Yeah,
every day
it's awesome. It's awesome, and we pull for one another just as hard as we pull for ourselves. So I think it's really one of the cool things to be a part of, and this is something pretty special here.
Yeah, good.
Brady's done a hell of a job with us, being the alternate site for 2 years. I think that's what helped us out. I was actually talking to Brady about it yesterday. I was just saying, man, we kicked ass at the alternate site.
Yeah.
And we kicked each other's ass at the alternate site. That's why.
Iron sharpens iron.
Yeah, that's just who we are. We're a good ball club. We're a good team. We're all pretty close, tight knit, and it's pretty special.
How do you think the Rays have obviously put a heavy intention, directive, guide, whatever you want to word it as, to winning at the minor league level?
Yeah.
And sometimes, winning and having a clubhouse full of everyone on the same page, that sometimes they don't go hand in hand.
Right.
But you're right. This team is different. How important do you think that is to have a winning, you've won at the minor league level? How much has that prepared you? You've won everywhere since conception. How much do you think that has prepared you to succeed at the big league level? And as an individual and as a team?
Well, I think it's more so, they do a really good job with that in the minor leagues because they want to move the core group of guys. There's always a new core that transitions. That's the crazy part about it. It's I've had a totally different perception of baseball over the past couple of years to where I couldn't play. I wasn't in a clubhouse with a bunch of my teammates. I was going home, I was rehabbing, I was turning the TV on and watching the game. I was watching Durham. I was watching us play, and I think winning is the most important part of of all three, and I think Eric and everybody up there in the front office has done a hell of a job with that and putting teams together that will be successful. Just everywhere. Just put them together, let them talk, let them have fun, let them learn each other, let them learn them like a book, man. That's just how it is. It's Eric and them have done an exceptional job with that.
You mentioned watching Durham, and I don't think these type stories get enough publicity at the minor league level. But you get injured, and you just referred to, but this was still your team. Most times when people get injured, they go away. They go to Port Charlotte. They go to wherever, and they're over there. They're no longer with the team. We go to Toledo for the playoffs at the end of the year that you first got hurt.
Yep.
And the text messages pop up. Brent Honeywell, I'm going to be in Toledo because that's your team. That's crazy, but that's who you are.
That's how I met him. That was the first time I met. I turned around. I was like, oh, I guess he's doing better. And they're like, no, he just wanted to come to Toledo.
This is his team.
I was like, I bet he's one of the few people on this planet that's just wanted to go to Toledo. You know?
Well, they say 90% of life is just showing up.
Yeah.
And you consistently show up.
Like this podcast.
Right.
Yeah, showed up.
Eventually.
Yeah, I mean, I think like I said, I enjoy the game of baseball.
Sure.
For what it is.
Right.
Without the bigger bases, not moving the mound back. I like baseball for what it is.
Yeah.
And good players and good teams win championships. It's how it is. It's
how hard it has to be.
And
we're gonna do a lightning round right now.
Ooh.
Right now.
Because we do need to let you go soon.
Yeah.
I'm not going to keep you too long.
Dude,
it's only taken you 4 months to get here, so I'm not going to keep you longer than 20 minutes.
You did say the other day, I'll talk for hours.
I'll talk for hours.
All right. That's fine. We're still going to do a lightning round.
Okay.
What's your favorite book?
Probably an owner's manual to a video game console.
All right.
That's solid.
I don't read very much.
Favorite video game then?
Call of Duty.
There you go. Favorite movie?
Supposed to be a lightning round.
Sometimes lightning comes slowly.
Hits your truck.
Dude, Bull Durham, it's right up there.
There he goes.
I like it.
That's what we needed.
Yeah.
That's the only acceptable answer on this podcast.
Yeah. Dude, Bull
Getting my
Durham's
master's
fun.
in film. It's all about Bull Durham. It's every paper I write.
Joe Ryan's here.
Joe Ryan and Shane Boz.
Olympian Joe Ryan. Question mark?
Yeah, Captain
Did you
America.
see the quiz?
Yeah. Captain America. I like that.
Captain America shows
That's
up.
good. We could Photoshop that.
Did you see the quiz? Not the quiz, the poll on best flow?
TikTok?
Yeah, I think TikTok.
Not a TikToker.
Not a TikToker.
Huh. Favorite movie? I gave it to you.
Are you asking me? Or are you
No.
Oh, still going. Okay. Let's go favorite visiting ballpark.
Oh.
Favorite place you've ever either played or just been to that you really liked?
Favorite visiting ballpark?
Yeah.
Dunedin Blue Jays. No, I'm kidding.
Yes. Yes.
Kidding.
Shout out.
Minor league, major league.
Let's do both.
Yeah.
Minor league and major league.
Well, I've only played in Kansas City on the road.
Okay, so that's probably gonna be your answer.
Counting Dunedin.
Yeah.
Kansas City's pretty cool, though.
Sweet spot.
Yeah. Nice ballpark.
Minor league, I'd say probably Charlotte. I like playing in Charlotte.
You like winning in Charlotte?
Yes.
Yeah.
100%. Favorite book? Yeah, I don't know. No, don't really read.
Not a big reader?
No.
Favorite TV show? Most recent one. How's that? Are you a Peaky Blinders guy?
I am. I liked it. That's one of my faves.
Yeah.
Sons of Anarchy was pretty good, I thought.
Yeah, that's a good
They did a spin-off of that recently, right?
Yeah, I just don't do
Aztecs or
spin-offs.
I haven't watched it.
Breaking Bad,
Yeah.
Sons of Anarchy,
Sure.
Peaky Blinders, and now I'm like in the middle of The Wire, but I don't know if I want to keep watching it.
All right.
You have to keep watching. What season
It's
are you
really
on?
good.
Like 3.
You're not a Bubbles fan? McNutty?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm a fan. The second season I was just kind of like.
Second season was the worst
It's
season.
tough,
See?
but you
Yeah.
can't. I mean,
I
come on.
Googled it and that's what it said, and I was like,
Yeah.
you know what? So I'm not wrong.
You're not wrong.
No.
So keep going.
Keep
Oh,
going.
yeah.
You have to keep going.
Big time.
Okay, fine.
But
It's
I like
my
Breaking
favorite
Bad has
series.
bad seasons.
Okay.
Yeah.
Peaky
keep
Blinders season 2 was like, nah. It was okay. It wasn't as good as the others.
Yeah, see, I loved it.
I got Cam Brindle to watch it. Friend of the podcast, Cam Brindle.
Talk about Cam Brindle for a second.
He's the best weatherman in the state of North Carolina.
Done.
He's literally the best weatherman in the state of North Carolina.
It's pretty good. The other day we were about to pull tarp, and then we stopped because he's like, oh, it's not going to be that bad. And we sat there for like 5 minutes. And then he started running.
And it's like, okay, we should probably
and
start.
It's like, okay,
start running with him.
There's no panic like tarp panic.
What's your favorite Bulls hat?
The old school. The one I'm wearing right now.
Tricolor. Look at that mullet. How's the mullet received?
I think it's like whatever.
Yeah, people don't care.
So I got hurt with short hair, got hurt with long hair, and I was like,
Doesn't matter.
Screw it, dude. Shave the sides, whatever.
That's interesting. Is that literally why you did it?
Yeah.
Okay. You got a touch up recently.
Yeah. Jenna over here at Rocks and
Yeah.
Shops. What is it
Yeah.
called?
Something like that.
Yeah.
Main
She'll
Street.
know who she is. She's definitely going to listen to this.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I'm gonna continue to go back into her cutting it.
Good.
She did a pretty good job.
Good.
But yeah, I'm glad to be back here. I love this place.
I got one more question for
Yep.
you. Unless Scott's got another one.
Nah.
What's the definition of toughness?
I don't know, just keeping your nose down. You know, keeping your nose down. Toughness. I don't know. I want to say a team first dude, which I like being the team first dude. I'll take the heat for any of these dudes in the clubhouse. I think that's pretty tough. You know, no matter what happens, we'll handle anything that gets thrown at us. You know, this is a tough team. You know, we bounce back hard. You know, Brady he steers the way for us. You know, I don't really know. That's a good question. Toughness.
Because I think, like, your story's tough. That's tough. People go through tough stuff. That's tough.
Well,
man. Being told you can't do something for
yeah,
something that isn't your fault, that's tough.
Dude, it was easy for me, though, man. It was easy for me. I love baseball. I think I could never be mad at the game. Like, the game's not what did it to me, you know?
Even with the bigger bases.
Yeah, even with the bigger bases.
Starting a runner on second in extra innings.
Yeah, that's Bush. But, you know, I think the main thing is, you know, just knowing what you want to do when you're, like, you can literally grow up and be anything you want to be, no matter who you are. It's like, you know, how many kids want to grow up and be a professional baseball player? All of them. I talked to all of them in the bullpen down here.
Yeah.
You know, they all want to do it, and I think it's, you find out if you really want to do it, because it's not easy.
Yeah.
You know, it's fun going out and playing. It's hard. The other stuff you got to deal with.
Yeah, that's 5% of the job.
Yeah. It's but no, man, this is a tough team. I'm happy to be a part of it. You know, I'm so happy to play for Brady. So happy to play for Brady.
Good, man. Good. Well, go Bulls. After
Absolutely.
4 months, we
Go
finally
Bulls.
got Brent Honeywell on the podcast.
Well, I mean, actually, I think it goes back more than 4 months. Right? We've been talking about this sucker for
Oh yeah, for a
couple
while.
of years. now.
I think the teaser was, quote, I'm ready to talk.
Yeah.
And that was back around Valentine's Day.
I'm ready to talk. I'm back.
You're back.
All right. Thank you so much, Brent.
Thank
we
y'all.
appreciate it. Good
You're
luck
the
getting
man.
on the road.
Thank y'all.
Thank you.
And we'll see you again soon. This
No
will not
doubt.
be the last time you're on the podcast.
All right.
All right.
Down.
Good stuff. We're going to do an outro here in a second. Just hang with us. That was Brent Honeywell Jr.
Live and in the flesh.
I think the fact that he doesn't have – I get Honey's a great nickname, but I think the fact that the Truck Lightning story didn't give him a better – we could call him Thor and no one would blink an eye.
Yep.
And
He's
I feel like we're missing that.
A dark-haired Thor.
Southern accent, mullet-ridden Thor is an anthology I can get behind at Durham Bulls Athletic Park for sure.
He was also shocked that the drain dripped water on him. That story has a lot of great
There's a lot
elements
of
to
layers
it.
there.
Yep.
Brent Honeywell, Durham Bulls' greatest onion.
Yes.
A lot of layers.
Yep.
All right, Scott, we've got a couple weeks here where the team's not here. We may crank out another episode. We may not.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens. Thank you so much for listening. Bulls are back home June 28th?
Whatever that
9th?
Tuesday is, yeah.
Look it up. Go to durhambulls.com. Get yourself some swag. DurhamBulls.com/shop. If you really are missing baseball and want to head somewhere to watch a game, may I recommend the Holly Springs Salamanders at Ting Park? Maybe you go see them play the Southwake Shakes. The
future Durham Bulls, potentially.
The craze that's sweeping Southwake County, the Southwake Shakes. Go Shakes, shake over. That's it for me. He's Scott Strickland. I'm Patrick Norwood. It's been fun. We'll talk to you again soon.